Hey, what's going on, guys? It is your good friend Matt. We're back again here today at the only place that we always can be. And as you already know, that is Matt's Wrestling Collectibles right here on YouTube. Today, guys, we're back again with another episode, new figure pickups. This is episode 113. If you've been with me for 112 previous episodes, as always, I appreciate it so much. And if this is your first time here today, well, I appreciate that as well. We'll get into all that later, but let's jump into it here today. Episode 113, new figure pickups, a ton of great stuff here. And before we do that, I also do want to say a big thank you and a huge shout out to each and every single one of you. We just went over 2,700 subscribers, 2,700. We are on our way, and hopefully very soon. I'd like to do it before the summer is over. I think it's very reasonable. I think we'll definitely hit that goal of by the time we get to the end of August. I would like to be at 3,000 subscribers. I am sure we will get there, and I appreciate each and every single one of you that has been subscribing to the channel and, of course, keeping up with all this content and doing the things that we do here, and I love doing this for you guys, as well as being able to, show the stuff that's coming into the collection. There's so much in this collection now. We are just over 1,100 figures, so, just where we are definitely growing here, that is for sure. And of course, I love showing these off to you guys as they come in and as they make their way into the collection. And then, of course, when we do our room tour, which is one of my favorite videos, if not my favorite video to do every single year. Of course, around January or that time, it will be, lost in the shuffle by then because there is just so much to look at. And we try to keep those videos a little bit more reasonable, especially with how much there is. So let's jump into this. New figure pickups, episode 113. We're starting off with the Elite Collection. We're going to Elite 124, and we got one of the Motor City Machine Guns, Chris Sabin. And I'll tell you, this one right here, one that I'm glad I did not pass up on, again, because there was the unfortunate first round of these where I said, you know what, I'll come back for them. And they wound up selling out, and then they got restocked, and I said, well, there is no better time than now to jump on these before they are gone. And of course, again, Chris Sabin, part of the Motor City Machine Guns and iconic tag team, mostly and probably most infamously known through their TNA run, and to finally have them in WWE, to finally have Mattel figures of them is just absolutely incredible and not something that I ever even planned. Very much did I never expect this one, and I had for a very long time. I have a photo list in my phone, and if you guys want a good idea, if anybody else is doing this, we'll drop that in the comments. But if you don't do this and you do want a little way to keep track or to keep a way to kind of be organized with it, I went through, I screenshotted all of the figures that I was looking for as, getting back into collecting. Like I have said before, I collected from the very first Elite series, way prior to that. Obviously, you guys already know I started collecting back in 98, but started collecting the very first Elite series in 2010, collected all the way up until about Elite Series 45, and then that's kind of when I fell off and sold off everything. So coming back when it was in Elite Series 85, 86, 40 series later, I missed out on a lot. And at that time, going through things, trying to make lists, I had the Jax list, of course, and in the Jax figures, they do have the Motor City Machine Guns from TNA back in, I think, around 2012, maybe they made those, 2013, somewhere in there. And so it was nice to be able to delete that from that folder as we added these to the Mattel folder and the Elite folder. And that's how I have it. I have it all sectioned. So we got the Elites, the Ultimates, everything is together. So it's very easy to go through, and it's a good way to kind of keep up with what you're looking for. So if you guys want to take that idea, steal it from me, go ahead. I'd be more than happy to have you steal it from me because it is a great way, like I said, to keep up with all those figures, especially if you're coming for stuff that's, in the past and it's stuff that you can't get anymore. Of course, it's a good way to keep track of it, and just like I said, keeps me organized with it, so maybe it'll be a good thing for you guys as well. But of course, Chris Sabin, one half of the Motor City Machine Guns, you can't have one without the other, and that's why we've got Mr. Alex Shelley to join him here. And Alex Shelley, I gotta say, as far as these two figures go, of course, both of them incredible. Very happy to have them in the collection. But I got to say, I think the Alex Shelley is a little bit better as far as like the figure itself. If you had to pick, one over the other, which one do I think is a better, more toyetic, I guess you could say. I think the Alex Shelley does look a little bit better. But of course, again, to get these in, Mattel scale and to be able to, have these just it's incredible. It's something that I did not expect to happen anywhere, in the near future of these figures when I was originally adding them to that Jax list way back when. But again, Motor City Machine Guns coming out of Elite Series 124, both first time in the line, obviously. And again, great figures all the way around. This was an amazing set, actually, all the way around, as we can spin this to the back here and put this here for you. I mean, I think it was a great set all the way around. A really great Jey Uso, the CM Punk, of course. I mean, they're going to pump out as many Punks as possible, and I love that CM Punk. I think it was a great figure as well. The Lyra, again, you know, another great figure, another great addition to the women's line of figures that we have, and of course, come with the Women's Intercontinental title, so I thought that was fantastic. And that Rey Mysterio, one that I still do need. Definitely want to get that one as quickly as possible, I guess, because we do always want to keep those Rays coming in and adding to the never-ending attires of Rey Mysterio. But again, guys, this is Motor City Machine Guns. It is Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley, and I love these figures. I think they did a fantastic job on them. So hopefully they are soon to be in your collection as well. Up next, we have what is a product of our last video, and that is going to be the Elite Build-A-Figure. It is Jesse the Body Ventura in his referee gear here, and give you guys a close-up look of him. Looking very, very good there. And I say this all the time, guys. I usually save Build-A-Figure parts if I can. A lot of times, even when I buy a second set of Build-A-Figures or parts from the Elites, the figures, I should say, a second set of the series, sometimes I will just take the figure parts and, you know, obviously we list them, and it says clearly in the listings, obviously no Build-A-Figure parts included and stuff like that. You can always check that out on the MERCARI store, but it's the reason why a lot of times when I do get those other figures, I will take the figure parts from them, because majority of the time, a lot of times I should say, when people are buying those figures, yes, some people do want them sealed. They do want to build whatever figure it is. But I have noticed more and more, time and time again, a lot of collectors are completely cool with paying, you know, a realistic number for whatever it may be, however desirable it is. Of course, you know, supply and demand is always going to be the case. But in that regard of the fact that they just want the figure that is in the package itself, they're not really after the Build-A-Figure. There's a lot of people that don't even care about them. And it is surprising, because I got to say, I think a lot of times the Build-A-Figures are great. I'm always into collecting referees. So, of course, Charles Robinson, he is on the radar right now. We've got the John Cones. We've got some of the other special guest referees, the Ken Shamrock from the 3-pack with Austin and Brett. We've got the Batista that's up on the wall right in front of us, and that was from the Greatest Hits, which was a re-release, I believe, from like Elite Series 2 or 3 or something like that. I can't remember exactly which series it was, but I love the referees. Doesn't matter if it's a special guest referee. Doesn't matter if it's an actual referee. I always love collecting them, because when I was a kid, we really didn't have many. We didn't get a whole lot of referees or ref figures. At least it didn't feel like we did. And maybe if I went back and really looked, maybe there's a lot more than I do remember. But there was not many that I ever came across, you know, in the wild back then, because there was really no internet shopping at that time. So really cool and excited to add this Jesse to the collection. I think the, you know, the ref jacket shirt there is very cool. And the point to what I was getting at with hoarding Build-A-Figure parts is, when it came to this Jesse, that series is Mankind, Triple H, Stone Cold, and Chyna. The Chyna is very similar to the Monday Night Wars Chyna that we also just got. I know that they're not exactly the same by any regards, but they are similar in some ways. I didn't really feel like there was a real necessity to get both of them. I didn't think there was a real need for it, so I didn't really want to get that SummerSlam Chyna. As well as the fact that when you do look at that set, I could be wrong. I have to double check, and it's going to be the deciding factor on whether I do purchase it or not. But the Stone Cold, I believe the vest that he comes with, I think we've already gotten it maybe a few times, if not at least once, maybe twice. Got to double check on that. But as long as that vest from the Austin is something I already have, if I've already got that Steve Austin vest, then I do not need the Austin. We already got the Mankind. We got the Triple H. The Triple H will be up on the MERCARI. He is going to be complete with no Build-A-Figure parts, obviously, but all the other accessories that he comes with. So that will be getting listed soon. And the Mankind, we did a few things with that. I actually made a couple of customs out of it, and a few mashups, a few fix-ups, so that Mankind was kind of broken down. There might be a couple of pieces of that going up onto the MERCARI as well. But those two figures gave me all I really needed. The Triple H, I believe, if I remember correctly, I think the Triple H came with the torso and the ref jacket, and the Mankind, I think, came with the heads. If not, obviously, it's the other way around. But once I had the torso, the jacket, and the heads, I said, well, I've already got the arms from another figure that I'm not going to use. Threw those on there, and we already had the pants from another figure. So this one worked out well because these are not like the suit pants. These are more like jeans. So this works out really well for this figure, and I think it makes the look a little bit nicer, as you can see here, if we get a better look at those. But a great figure all the way around. I love this this head that's on this Jesse. I think that's like the one that really should be on the figure. The other one is very similar to the heads that we did receive with his Ultimate Edition Mattel exclusive, the Mattel Creations exclusive. So, I don't know. I mean, of course, that one has the little bit of Uncle Phil going on the sides, you know. It's like a reverse fade. We got it all on the sides and none on the top. But, yeah, the Uncle Phil going on the other one. This one completely bald. So, and some people were even saying you could take the other head that came from this, the other bald head that's got his mouth closed, and you could even make potentially a late career superstar Billy Graham out of it if you'd like. So that's possible. I'm not going to make a mashup of that. We've already got superstar Billy Graham in his absolute prime of a figure, as well as his later years. We've gotten both of those from Mattel. And, you know, that's just, again, like I've been saying time and time again, it's just, I don't know. It's fun to make customs, but I'm always just a little bit more excited to get the actual figures. So I don't know. We'll see where we go with that. And as I sit here and I say it, it happens to me all the time. I always think about like how certain guys like have very similar you know, like looks and stuff. And of course, it is funny when you think about how, like, yeah, these Jesse the Body Ventura heads look like they could be, you know, late end of the career superstar Billy Graham. It's just kind of funny all the way around, I guess. I don't know. Either way. But yeah, Jesse Ventura here, absolutely iconic in this ref gear, and I love this, and I think this is a great add to the Build-A-Figure collection, as well as just the collection in general. So, as we spend no more time on that, let's jump into the big dogs over here. The big dogs are out and they are barking. And we're going to start off with none other than an Ultimate Edition Rhea Ripley. Ultimate Edition Rhea Ripley. This one is one that's definitely been on a lot of people's to get list, to, you know, want list, the need list, whatever it is. It's on your list, and this one is a great figure. Obviously, great attire, great just design all the way around. This coming from War Games, I believe. Let me take a look real here. Yep, Survivor Series War Games 2024. And again, a really cool figure. The mask, the extra head. I mean, I don't know. This is just a great look of Rhea Ripley. And again, like I said, this awesome entrance jacket here, and I think they did a really good job on this. It's cool to have this one. I do have the ultimate that came with the Raw ring, and that's a great ultimate of her as well. So now we have that ultimate, we have this ultimate, and I also have her Elite, what is it, 117, Series 117 Elite. And as of right now, I think we're really caught up with Rhea Ripley's. The only Rhea Ripley that I'd like to get, and I actually regret selling, was like her very first Judgment Day Elite. And if anything past that, I also would like her very first Elite, you know, before the huge change in her character. But I would like to get definitely that first Judgment Day style Elite back at some point, and maybe, you know, like I said, get that first Elite of her, just in general, her first Elite ever. That would be great as well. But they did a fantastic job here. Great Rhea Ripley as always, and can't wait to see what we get from her moving forward, as she is just such an iconic name, and I think they just have to keep rolling with it, you know. Who knows? We'll see. She's about to have a huge WrestleMania match, so I am sure we will get some crazy cool attire, and who knows? Maybe we'll get lucky enough to see it in Ultimate Edition. If not, I'm sure we will see it coming into next year when we get that WrestleMania Elite line up there, where we get, you know, those Build-A-Figures again, and we'll see what goes with that. So can't wait. We'll see what happens. There's a great figure here, though, and I'm really looking forward to the rest of the Rhea Ripleys that we have coming to us. And now up again into the Ultimate Edition. It is none other than the late, great, and I hate to have to even say that now, but a big rest in peace, of course, to none other than the immortal Hulk Hogan. What would WrestleMania season be without the Hulkster? And this Hulk Hogan here, a great figure all the way around. I mean, just a really cool piece. They've changed up a lot of things here and keeping a lot the same. Of course, you know, red and yellow is going to be the thing. It's going to be the gimmick. It's going to be what we get, but he's got that bandana on, and I like that a lot. I like that it's not in the mouth like head scan. I like that it's free-flowing, loose. You can remove that. He's got this rubber molded shirt of him like ripping this shirt apart. I really think that this is just so cool that they did this and the way that they set it up. And then obviously you get the soft goods version of the shirt in there as well. But a great figure all the way around with this Hogan. I mean, it's just phenomenal that we are able to see stuff like this. And as I sit here and look at this Hogan actually a little bit more, I'm starting to see a little bit of quality control issues here. I might have to open this one and check it out. Oh boy, I don't know if yeah, oh boy, that leg, I don't know, something going on there. I'm gonna have to check that out, see if that thigh is on the wrong side or if they gave me two lefts or two rights, who knows. But I will say, that's one of the toughest things, guys. I've been thinking and debating about displaying loose and really doing some real changes to this room and to this collection. And when I see quality control issues like that, I'm like, oh, I don't know. You know, leaving it in the box is one thing and just leaving it the way it is, but I don't know. I'm not sure if I would want to start displaying everything loose, because then you really have to see all that stuff that you might not even notice until you take it out of the box. So I don't know. I guess we'll see as we continue here with this collection and where we go with it. But of course, it's definitely been on my mind to display things loose and having a loose collection. And not even to throw the boxes away. I mean, I would still save the packages. I'm not going to destroy them or anything. I'm sure a lot of people here have done the same thing, opening Ultimates or Elites. And, you know, it's a great thing that Mattel has given us the ability to open and close these boxes without destroying them. But, yeah, this Hulk Hogan, I don't know. We might have to take it out and check it out. It looks a little funky in there. That leg is just looking off. It's probably not as visible on camera. Maybe it is. I don't know. I guess if you're watching this on a big screen, you may be able to see it even better than me right now. But still, either way, great Hogan. Comes with the new Winged Eagle Championship. That is the new design. They've rescaled it. They've done a lot to it that has improved it, as a lot would say. Some not so much. I know it's been a little bit of a debate online in the groups. I've seen a lot of people going back and forth about it. But either way, a new updated title, and can't wait to actually get a better look at that at some point. We'll have to pull that out and really take an up-close look at it. But this Hogan, a great Hogan figure, no doubt about it, and another Ultimate Edition Hulk Hogan. I don't think anybody has more Ultimates than Hogan. And if I had to guess who would be maybe close behind him, I mean, who else would it be? There's Cena, there's Shawn Michaels. I know he's had quite a few. I don't know. I don't think there's too many that are that close. I think even like Seth Rollins is up to what, 3 or 4? I don't know. But speaking of which, speaking of the man, speaking of the guy that just loves to hear you sing his song, of course, we're jumping into the next Ultimate, and that is Seth freaking Rollins. And Seth is looking like he is going to fall over here. So I guess we're going to be holding this one. This one might be a little bit quicker. But Seth Rollins here. Again, fantastic attire. I love this red attire that's on him. I love red in general, so anytime a figure is in red attire or has something going for them in the red, I'm always up for it. I'm a sucker for the red. I'm a sucker for the championship belts. That is a fact. And right here, Seth Rollins in red. He's got that big red entrance jacket as well. Those really cool sunglasses that they gave him up in that top corner. I don't know how well we're going to be able to see those. Maybe right up there, though. They are in that top corner. But this is a great figure. Really thinking that this is one of the better Seth Ultimates. I mean, that one that we got that was the exclusive with that awesome entrance gear and everything. That one was fantastic, but there was a few things that were left out, and unfortunately, a couple of things that were left out on that figure. I'm not sure if they gave him the chest hair or the body hair. I'm not sure if they even had that. I know the back tattoo was missing, so a couple of things to be desired on that figure, but that one was incredible as far as entrance gear goes. We go back to this one here, and I'll tell you what, this one is looking good. The bad blood between the two boiled over until they finally settled the score at the main event of the inaugural episode of Raw on Netflix, and that is what we've got here. Seth Rollins' Netflix Raw debut. And What a cool figure this is, though. I really do like this one a lot, and I do collect Seth Rollins. That's the thing. I mean, when I've been talking about it, I really do need to do a video about it in and of itself and show off just figures that I collect, like strictly, whether it's, Cena's, Hogan's, the Rollins, Shawn Michaels, Rey Mysterio, guys that I really, collect for their attires, and maybe we should do a top 10 video on that. That could be very soon. Maybe that's the next video we'll put up here on the channel. But this Seth Rollins, I love this one, man. This is a great Ultimate Edition. And I'm so happy that we have that whole series, Rollins, Rhea, and Hogan, all done and over with. And I usually do say that I save the best one for last. I don't know if I would say that this is the best one of this video, but it is one of my favorites, and it's because as much as we get a ton of him, and we have so many different figures, I gotta say, this one, if I had to say, maybe top 3, but if not top 3, definitely top 5, and he has had quite an immense amount since his return way back at WrestleMania 38, and I can only be talking about one American Nightmare, and that is Cody Rhodes. This Cody Rhodes here, let's see if this one will stand up all on its own. Let's see if we can get him to balance. There we go. If he falls over, I don't know, he might take the camera with him, but either way, this Cody Rhodes here, I really love this figure. I think this is a great Ultimate Edition. I love the attire. It's not obviously the same as his first Mattel creations, but that like goldish color that he had on that like mustard, dark mustard yellow, almost that gold. Similar on this one with the color, which is why I liked it so much. Have really no desire to go after that initial Ultimate. I know that it's much easier to come across at this point, but not really something that I'm looking to get. And so this is, this was a really good way to kind of get something similar, but not have to, go after that initial one. He comes with an amazing entrance jacket there. I can't wait to get that out and take a closer look at it, as well as that entrance mask. I think these masks are awesome. I can't wait to hopefully see more of these. We got the mask with his Casey Jones figure of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Cody Rhodes there. We now have this one. He also has a mask that came with him in the 2-pack with him and Brandy. I got to get that one as well. That's still up on the list. But this Cody, a great figure all the way around. Again, love this Cody Rhodes. I think from attire to entrance gear and everything in between. And then we can talk about the WWE Undisputed Championship with those Cody Rhodes side plates. I don't know if this is the first one, but if I recall, I do believe it is the first one that they've done with these side plates. If not, maybe he had side plates on a title in like a battle pack or a 2-pack. Again, not sure on that. I think this is, though, the first one that they officially announced. So it's very cool to see this in here. It's, got a really nice shine to it. They've done a really nice job on this belt. And the Cody Rhodes side plates, I think, just completely, top it off. I think it's fantastic to see that they're doing this and giving these guys the side plate belts that have had them. I know there's a few that we're probably still waiting on, maybe somewhere along the way in there. I guess we'll have to even double check on that after this video is over, see what other ones are out there. I just recently got the Jey Uso side plates on that World Heavyweight title. Came with that 2-pack, him and Braun Breaker. That was a really nice one. Now we've got this one here. I think we've got a John Cena on the way very soon with this same title. Obviously, the WWE Undisputed Championship. It's going to have his side plates on it. Cannot wait for that one, because that's just going to be great all the way around between getting the figure, getting the title. That is going to be definitely a big add to the collection. But this one here, again, fantastic figure. Looks great. I think this Cody Rhodes is definitely, probably the best one of the video if I had to pick. If not, maybe a close second might be that Rhea Ripley. And, I'm sure we're going to get many more Cody Rhodes in the Ultimate Edition, as well as Elite, and so many more things as we continue to go here. He is getting pushed like crazy, and I do love to see it. I always love to get, figures like this. Like I said, their attires and collecting. Trying not to go crazy, maybe with Cody Rhodes, just a few, but definitely wanted this one, and I think it makes a great add to the collection. But this one right here, guys, is the wrap-up. It has been another episode of New Figure Pickups. Like I said, episode 113. And again, if you've been with me for 112 previous, I appreciate that so much. If this is your first time here today, make sure you get over to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon if you want to see and hear from me every single day, because we are dropping new videos each and every single day, as you already know, whether it's New Figure Pickups, the shorts, the clips, the video game footage, whatever it may be, we are dropping new videos every single day here on the channel. So make sure you hit that bell icon so you can get all those notifications. Leave me a comment on this video. Tell me, what is your favorite figure here today? What was your least favorite figure here today? Is there something that you just have to jump on? Are you going to pass on it? Is it the long game, no game, some game? Who knows? The only game we know is Triple H. He's on all of the games. So make sure that you are checking that out as well, because it is just everywhere. I've been getting a laugh out of that. But all jokes aside, Triple H, everybody else, you know, they're all great. We all love them, right? So as always, guys, until the next time, until the next video, stay safe, stay tuned, and I will see you all there.